What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Broke Girls Art School. In today's episode, I'll be going over from start to finish how I created this dog burn. So make sure to hit subscribe if you want to see some future content, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. Let's get started. So the first thing I did was I went ahead and got all the really dark features out of the way, since it's a white dog, so I wanted to get the most prominent things knocked out first. So I went ahead and did the nose and the details in the mouth. For this, pretty much the whole portrait, I was using my transfer tip, which is from Razor Tip. So the next section I'm moving over to here is the ear. One thing that helps me out quite a bit is on my iPad, I'll zoom into the specific area that I'm working on so I can get the most accurate shadowing and muscle structure, all that good stuff. And if you guys feel like you're struggling with getting, smooth textures and everything while you're shading, feel free to check out a video I made last week on strictly shading techniques. Hopefully you'll find that helpful. One thing I like to do is I'll kind of go through and do cell shading with my pieces. So, I'll knock out one chunk that's all like one similar tone, and then I'll knock out another big chunk that's a different tone. You definitely want some higher contrast when working with wood, because when you're looking at the piece from a distance, then it'll be that much more readable. As you can see, I'm just kind of knocking out some large chunks at a time with similar values. And here I'm just doing a dark, bold outline around the dog just to really make her pop out. And you'll see later I go in with the Dremel tool and do a white line around that just to make her stand out from the background that much more. And the background I actually just freehanded on. The person I'm making this for is very outdoorsy and loves being outside with his puppy, so figured we'd do a nice little nature scene with a river and some pine trees in the background. And here we're going in with the Dremel tool. Nice bold white line around just to really make her stand out. Yeah, the Dremel tool is definitely a game changer for me with wood burning. Some little white highlights in the background to make it look like the water's glistening. And here, just adding a few more dark areas. Yeah, I definitely recommend doing multiple passes because, you'll go back and see things that you didn't see the first time around. And the next step I took here was adding a layer of Mod Podge. I always like using Mod Podge before I epoxy because I feel like it's a nice sealant that doesn't alter the shades that you got on the wood. Whereas if you epoxy something without putting a sealant down, sometimes it'll darken the wood up quite a bit. And if you guys are interested in epoxying your projects but don't really know how to go about it, I'll tag another link to a different video that I did, just kind of explaining different brands of epoxy, how to seal the wood, all that good stuff. When using it, you definitely want to make sure you mix it up super well and use even ratios, because if you don't, then the epoxy will never cure fully and it'll always stay a little bit wet. Trust me, that's very frustrating. And here, a nice even layer of epoxy, and then I'm gonna go in with my torch to pop all the bubbles. I love the effect of the epoxy. It's super shiny. Almost looks like a layer of glass on top. All right, and there you have it, guys. So again, here is the finished product. If you like the video, make sure to let me know. And if you want to see some more content in the future, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.